Hello, everyone. It is Pat with Angel Divination with our weekend oracle card reading and message for the 25th and 26th of February 2012. Now, as with our usual weekend card deck readings, I'm going to be calling on the fairies. But for today, I'm going to be using the Healing with the Fairies oracle card deck. This was the original fairy oracle card deck that Doreen had come out with. And of course, I'm also going to be calling on the Earth Magic oracle card deck. Tune into Mother Earth and what her message is for us. And the card, I'm going to start with the Earth Magic card. The card that came out for today is Dreamtime, and the theme of creation. All right. And this speaks to getting into that space where we take things from what they call the void or unmanifested creation and we spin them or bring them into being. And I know in last week this was a theme in Doreen Virtue's card reading for this week, and it had to do with bridging that gap between your dreams, the things you're visualizing for yourself, where you'd like to be, and where you are now. And it's an urging that this is a real powerful time for that. Our ability to spin things into creation or into being or to manifest them is really, it's speeding up. So, of course, we've gotten a lot of messages to be mindful about, pay attention to your thoughts and things like that. But so it suggests this weekend to really spend some time. And the picture is of a spirit man with what they call the Aboriginal I don't even know if I can pronounce it, didgeridoo. And it literally is spinning the world into being, and it has to do with that tradition. But the Aboriginals aren't the only indigenous tribe to have that kind of this idea of the dream time and spinning things into creation. I know the Native Americans also speak of the earth and Mother Earth and Grandmother Earth and her weaving the web of creation. So it's an energy to tune into today. And as you may find yourself daydreaming a lot, and that's okay. I mean, spending time daydreaming is actually very creative. It's something that we really do need to do. I know there's a lot of attention in our society put to focusing, and there is definitely value and time that we do need to spend focusing on taking action, towards a desired result. But it's also equally as important to spend time in daydreaming and creative visualization. So I want to say with this card to notice where you're I want to say notice where you're daydreaming. Notice when your thoughts are drifting off into a little what I call stream of consciousness or a mini movie in your mind's eye, and what that's creating for you. What feelings is that stirring up for you as you have that in terms of what you want to be for yourself and where you want to go. So that's a little bit about what that card is alluding to. And the one that came out from the Healing with the Fairies is awakening your true self. And these cards really go hand in hand today because the daydreaming and these little meditations or mini movies that we go into, the stream of consciousness thoughts, stuff like that, it shows us a part of our true self that wants to come out, okay? And if a large part of your life has been to conforming to other people's ideals or working for a company and having to drink their Kool-Aid and share it with others and follow things according to their guidelines, it just says that there's a part of yourself, your true self, that wants to be expressed, and that may involve allowing that creative spirit to come up in with you. And I know just the other day in the other card reading that I did, we had that creative project come up, and we had the beauty card earlier this week about really allowing the truth of your own beauty, of who you are, to shine. And these cards really are, again, speaking to that. So it's a kind of a second, even stronger message to pay attention to it, okay? Pay attention to those inner nudges. It's really so important because when we ignore those inner nudges that urge us to towards being our true self, towards what our true self desires, um, and even to the changes that it's urging us to make. When we ignore those, we often end up in some kind of health or life crisis that forces us to change. So, what this card, Awakening Your True Self, it's sort of speaking to paying attention to the inner nudges, that part of your spirit that's longing to come out. And maybe it's a longing for the freedom to express who you really are, to come out of the closet, and be able to just be your true and real self with someone. That's why it says awakening your true self and allowing people to love the real you, because we all are lovable in truth. Okay. And so, the focus and the message this weekend is on allowing yourself to be creative, allowing yourself to daydream a little bit, and allowing your true self, which is now, and for many of you, it may be a confirmation that your true self is coming forward and stepping forward and starting to shine. So, consider that validation that you're on the right path by doing that. So this is our sort of our focus and message for the weekend, and it's a really nice one to have. It's kind of very easygoing, which is nice. So I hope you have a lovely weekend, everyone, and I look forward to speaking with you on Monday with Monday's card reading. So take care. Have a lovely weekend.